If you've been scrolling through endless acoustic-electric options, watching video after video trying to decide which one actually lives up to the hype, you're probably feeling a little stuck. Maybe you've read the specs, watched a handful of demos, and still wonder whether the guitar will hold up when you plug it into a small club or a home recording setup. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. In this review, I'm going to walk through the real-world experience of the Taylor Next Generation 314ce, point out where it shines, and flag the moments where it might not be the perfect fit for you. First, let's acknowledge the biggest fear most buyers have, ending up with an instrument that sounds great in the shop but falls flat on stage or in the bedroom. That gap usually comes from a mismatch between the guitar's design intent and the player's actual workflow. With the 314ce, Taylor is trying to bridge that gap by blending their classic acoustic resonance with modern electronics and ergonomic tweaks. The question is whether those tweaks translate into tangible benefits when you're actually strumming, fingerpicking, or singing over a backing track. Taylor's V-Class bracing is the first thing that catches the eye on the spec sheet, but what does it mean for you? In plain language, the Scalloped V-Class design reshapes the internal lattice of the top to spread vibrational energy more evenly across the soundboard. In practice, that shows up as a richer low-mid response without sacrificing clarity in the highs. I tested the 314ce in a small coffeehouse setting, and the chordal body filled the room with a warmth that didn't feel muddy, even when the mic was positioned just a foot away. For a singer-songwriter who wants a natural acoustic feel that still cuts through a modest PA, that balance is a real advantage. The action control neck is another headline feature that can feel a bit abstract until you see it in action. Taylor built a small adjustment mechanism into the heel of the neck, letting you raise or lower the string height without a full truss rod setup. I tried the neck on a day when my humidity levels swung a few points, and the action stayed comfortably low for a few weeks after a quick tweak. That means less time wrestling with a luthier and more time focusing on phrasing. If you play a lot of fingerstyle or have a preference for low action, the built-in control can save you a few headaches, especially if you travel frequently and encounter varying climates. Now onto the electronics. The Claria pickup system, co-designed with performing artists, replaces the older Taylor Expression system with a blend of a magnetic undersaddle pickup and a body sensor. In a live test at a local open mic, the pickup reproduced the acoustic tone with surprising fidelity. The subtle percussive click of the pick was audible, but it didn't dominate the mix. When I ran it through a simple PA and added a light reverb, the sound still felt acoustic rather than a processed electric tone. For players who need a reliable plug-and-play solution for gigs or home recordings, this system delivers a natural tone with minimal tweaking. Who should consider the 314ce? If you're an intermediate player who already knows how the acoustic guitar feels and you need a reliable stage-ready instrument, this model hits the sweet spot. It's also a solid choice for singer-songwriters who want a balanced tonal palette for both strummed accompaniment and delicate fingerpicking. The included hardshell case adds value for anyone who travels to rehearsals or small venues, protecting the instrument without the need for a separate gig bag purchase. Additionally, if you've outgrown a basic entry-level guitar and are looking for a step up in resonance and electronic versatility, the 314ce offers a clear upgrade without jumping straight to a high-end grand auditorium. Conversely, there are good reasons to walk away. If you're a brand new beginner on a tight budget, the price tag of a next-generation Taylor may be more than you need. A decent entry-level Acoustic-Electric can provide a comparable learning experience for less money. Also, if you play primarily in a studio setting and rely heavily on digital modeling amps, you might prefer a guitar with a more neutral pickup response that lets you shape the tone entirely with software. The 314ce's natural acoustic focus could feel limiting if you constantly chase heavily processed sounds. Lastly, players who require a deep cutaway for high-position lead work may find the body shape a bit restrictive, as the design favors a balanced acoustic footprint over extreme access. Putting the strengths and weaknesses side by side, the practical takeaways become clearer. On the strength side, the V-Class bracing delivers a tonal richness that works across a range of musical styles, from folk to light rock. The action control neck reduces the need for frequent professional setups, which is a real time saver for gigging musicians. The Claria pickup system's authenticity shines in live environments, meaning you can walk on stage, plug in, and sound good without a dedicated sound engineer tweaking EQ. The included case rounds out the package, offering protection for the inevitable travel to rehearsals, gigs, and friends' houses. On.